Good morning, superstars. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are here today. It is January the 20th. Happy MLK Day for those that are specifically off. I hope that you are enjoying your time off and it's actually a day on and not a day off for you as well. So make sure that you're going out in the community doing something to give back on today in recognition of today's federal holiday. Awesome. All right, friends. So welcome to our WOW Huddle. My name is Crystal Gail. Some people call me Coach Crystal Gail. But I am here today. We're here Mondays and Wednesdays, and we typically come in here and we set goals for the week. All right. For those that don't know me, my name is Crystal Gill. I am someone that partners with leaders just like you, executives just like you, to help break the cycle of overwhelm and become the wow. So, when we're talking about being the wow, we're talking about being purpose driven. We're talking about being consistent, okay? We're talking about being accountable to the things that you said that you were going to do. And then finally, we're talking about being well. Are you well from the inside out and from your head to your toes? Mm. Somebody's gonna catch that at lunchtime, okay? But with all that being said, I am here to partner with you. A lot of people that I've worked with have literally called me their secret weapon because when they work with me, I come with lots of knowledge when it comes to leadership. And so I decided to create this space called WOW Huddle, where we're basically duplicating what I typically do with my clients. We're coming in here and we're setting goals for the week. And then on Wednesday, we're checking in midweek and we're cheering you on along the way so that we can finish the week strong. All right. So if y'all are ready, we can go ahead and jump on in. So there is two parts to today's session because as you can see on the title, and some of you all may come to the video because of the title, we're going to talk about this TikTok ban that happened over the weekend and how people were like in an uproar, but it actually reminded me of my why. Okay, so we're going to talk about that first, and then we're going to go into our goals. So, as I'm sharing my story time, I want you to think about what in the world are going to be my goals for the week. Okay, what are my goals for the week? Because we're going to hold you accountable. Yes, I am going to be your accountability partner for the week. Anytime you come to Wow Huddle and you drop it in the chat, we are holding you accountable. But also, while I am chatting, if you have any wins that you would like to share from the previous week, because I actually did go back and respond to some of the comments on Wednesday's video and also Monday's video. If you haven't seen it and you actually did comment, please go back and look at my comment, all right? Because I actually like to respond to you all comments in the chat, okay? So, two things. Share any wins that you would like to, and also, you can drop your goals in the chat as well. And drop your city and your state. I have realized that my videos have been reaching folks out of the country. Shout out to those that are out of the country. Thank you so much for your support. But also, I want to give a high five to those that are right up the road, okay? So please drop your city and your state in the chat so that we can know where our listeners and viewers are tuning in from. All right, so story time, okay? So perfect. Who we got? DC in the house. Yes, DC. I love to see it. All right, so going into the story time, a lot of you all may have seen if you were on social media at any point this weekend, you realized that TikTok went completely blank. It just went ghost. Okay, and it reminded me of my why. Hey, Detroit in the house. I'm just gonna shout y'all out as I'm doing my story time um, on why we're talking about YouTube on today. And then if you're just coming in, go ahead and start thinking about what your goals are for the week, and we'll go into that in a few moments. Okay. So with the story time, as many of you all know, it went TikTok went blank over the weekend. Okay, went ghost, like went dark. It was a wrap. Okay, everybody was in an uproar. So for those that are like really plugged into the social media world, we already knew the TikTok ban was coming, okay? So we knew that months and months ago because if you're watching the media, you already know that the incoming president really doesn't really, want TikTok. So it was already going to be a ban, okay? So, with that being said, being the strategic person that I am, I said, okay, as much as I love TikTok, because I had built TikTok community on with my other business, Clearly Nanny, shout out to Clearly Nanny on TikTok. But I was like, are we going back to TikTok this year? And I said, absolutely not. I'm not about to start something and then have to restart it again if there's an actual ban. So I said, where are we going? We're going to YouTube because that is a tried and true platform. It's easy if you're consistent. Okay. So, what does that mean? All right. So, the old age question that everybody asks every year is it still a good time to do YouTube? Am I too late to the party? And my clear answer for you is it's going to depend on you, okay? And that's part of the story time. I had to ask myself, Crystal, you already know every year you ask yourself, am I too late to the party when it comes to YouTube? And my answer is it depends on you, okay? And for those that are coming to this video because you saw the title, it honestly depends on you. Can you be consistent? That's all it boils down to. Can you be consistent on this app? The blueprint is there, okay? Literally, the blueprint is there when it comes to YouTube. It's not about trying to beat the algorithm showing up. All that is great, okay? But it boils down to can you be consistent? So, what did I do? I tapped back into my old clubhouse ways. Does anybody remember the Clubhouse? I see some of my Clubhouse folks from back in the day, Wake Up and Be the Wow. I see some of them have transferred over here to YouTube. Thank you so much. Listen, if it wasn't for them and their confirmation and affirmation and affirming me in this season of YouTube, I don't know if I would be able to keep going. Like we're a few weeks in and we're about to hit the end of the month, but I really appreciate them for showing up because they're not only holding me accountable, but they're making me feel comfortable being over here on YouTube. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. But yes, and absolutely, I love Clubhouse because I didn't have to show up with face on. Okay. Listen, YouTubers, most of them, they are makeup, hair, earrings, whatever. But I felt comfortable on Clubhouse because I could be in the bed running a whole entire session on Clubhouse. But I said, we're not even going back to Clubhouse because not only are we going to be consistent in 2025, I'm going to show up as the wow. Now, showing up as the wow does not mean that everybody needs to show up with their face on, okay? With their clothes, put together. But for Crystal Gail, that absolutely means that I'm doing that, okay? So on today, I'm answering your question based off the title. Yes, you can still build community on YouTube. No, it's not too late. What's the key? Be consistent. That consistency looks different for each different platform, channel. It just depends on what you got going on. I like to build community by showing up live every day. Okay. Does my schedule permit that right now? Absolutely not. I did it for the first week. I enjoyed it, but I'm committing to showing up twice a week right now. I may increase that later on. But I said for the first month, we're just going to do Mondays and Wednesdays. And y'all have consistently been showing up. So that means that I'm going to consistently show up. So I want you all to take a little piece out of that story. Okay. Where do you need to show up consistently this year? Where do you need to show up and be consistent? You know it works because other people have done it. I decided to show up consistently on YouTube because I know my community needs it right now. I need it right now. I needed it to jump back into what I was doing. I miss Clubhouse, but I knew Clubhouse was not going to be the place where I was going to continue building my community. I went to where I knew that the blueprint was already there. Some of you all need to go back to where the blueprint is. Some of you all are trying to scale in your careers and you know who to call, but you haven't called them yet. Why haven't you picked up the phone, leader? Why haven't you sent the email, superstar? Some of you are planning events. I'm having a session, a workshop on tomorrow night, Tuesday. There are so many event planners. First off, you didn't even know you were technically an event planner. You are an event planner, okay? And you have not sent out the proper emails to get sponsorships for your event because you're thinking small. You're trying to reach out to smaller businesses. And during tomorrow's session, I'm like, hey, go after the larger corporations. They got the funds. Sponsoring your event is just a drop in the bucket for them. And they would love to be connected to an organization or a group just like yours. So I'm asking you today, where do you need to be consistent? Where do you need to show up in 2025? If you came to this video because you saw the title and you're like, man, I want to start a YouTube channel. Can you be consistent though? If you can't be consistent, don't do it. I have someone on my potential client list, as I say, I call it like these are like my hot leads. She wants to start a YouTube channel. And I know life has been busy for her. But I'm like, honey, you post on Instagram in your stories consistently every day. You have the consistency muscle in you. But sometimes people want to show up and everything be aesthetically pleasing. You ain't, you don't have to do all of that. Just show up. I've been watching several YouTube videos right now, and where YouTube is pushing right now is they're pushing the content creators that are giving value. They don't care about your aesthetically pleasing videos anymore. In 2025, if you are a content creator on YouTube and you are doing not aesthetically pleasing, but if you are providing value, those are the videos they're pushing. It's just that simple. And I'm going to test it out. I'm testing it out right now. Okay. But I'm going to do my part. I have to continue sharing my replays. I didn't do well last week, but who's going to be doing it well this week? Me. People are off today. They got time to watch the replays. Who's going to be sending them out? Me. Because I am committed to being consistent this month and for the next 11 months. So my question to you is, where do you need to show up and be consistent in 2025? And can you commit to it for the next 12 months? That's all I got for y'all. That's all I got for y'all. Okay. So, those were my words of encouragement for you today. That's my challenge for you today. We're going to go ahead and transition right into our goals. If y'all have goals for the week, I told you my goals for today. My goals for today is to post the replays of all the videos that I have done. Okay, that means the word of the year. If you have not gone through those videos, this is a great day to go through them. Okay, some of you all are off today. Today is a great day to determine what your word of the year is going to be. Go through those videos. Okay, some of you all just need to catch up and just say, I just need to do one full week of WOW Huddle so I can be able to do this on my own because I can't make the lives. That's fine. Watch a replay today. Okay. I'm going to do my part. I'm asking you to do yours. So, does anybody else have any goals that they want to put in the chat? If you're watching the replay, please drop it in the chat at some point. I will go back and respond to you. Okay. I do want to give some shout outs because Courtney came on last week and stated that she wanted to, that she would plan a party for her little, okay? And I was following on Instagram. Shout out to Instagram, okay? I was following along on Instagram and her Instagram stories. And friends, her party came together so cute. Her little had a great time. I don't know what else happened behind the scenes, but as I was watching the videos, I was like, I'm so proud of Courtney because she was not sure how she was going to pull this weekend off for her baby girl. I don't know how old her baby girl was turning, but homegirl put together the cutest outing, and I'll let her come on and tell it at some point if she comes in on Wednesday. But it was just so cute, and it reminded me that our words are powerful. When you set the tone at the top of the week and you declare what you're going to do, not I wish, I I hope, but I will, because we had to do that mindset shift in real time last week while Courtney was typing in the chat. I said, no, 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 no. You will host, you will plan an amazing weekend for your little. Okay. Courtney, if you're watching this replay, Ann gave you some kudos in the chat. Thank you, Ann, for giving kudos. Listen, it's not hard. Listen, it's hard. Not it's not hard, but it's hard being a parent. I'm an auntie, and I'd be like, help me. Listen, you hear the dog and the child on the other side of the door. Ev- At any given point, if they're awake and they're off from school, somebody's going to be barking in the background. Somebody's going to be yelling auntie in the background. It's a lot of work raising children, okay? So shout out to the parents. I know, especially if you are running a business, especially if you're a leader and you're leading the pack of folks. Listen, it's a lot. So for those that are parents, I tip my hat to you because that's an extra layer, and I know it's a lot. So shout out to you, Courtney. I hope that you have a great week because you are the wow in my book. All right. So any other goals or any other wins that you all would like to share? Last week I did mention my workouts. Y'all, I got it all done. It was so cold last week. I have realized that on Mondays, I just don't need to go to the gym or just go later in the day because I like to be fresh and fishy eyed for you all on Monday mornings, and that's usually coming off a weekend, and I've been doing a lot of stuff on these weekends. So I just want to let y'all know that I actually reached my goal and I made it to the gym 5 times last week. Okay. I made it. I absolutely made it. Okay. So that was my win from last week. All right. So because of time's sake, we're about to hit the 17-minute mark. If you are watching the replay, please make sure that you drop your goals for the week in the chat and I'll come back and comment, okay? Awesome. All right, friends. So I want to leave you all with these few reminders. We will be back on Wednesday at 9 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I did receive like a message or two about the time. Now, the time works for me, okay? So we're going to ride with 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the rest of the month. And then I will do like a community survey and see what time works for you all. And we'll try a new time in February. But as of right now, 9 a.m. works for me for this month. But we may be able to move some things around for February, okay? It's only 28 days in February. So we will work this time out, but you all be patient with me. I like being live with you all, but I realize that there's a good two handful of you all that are watching the replays, and I like that. So watch the replays at your convenience, and then make sure you're just commenting throughout the video because the chat will replay in real time for you as you watch the replay. Okay, I make sure that I selected that option when I schedule this live. Okay. Second thing is that if you are a leader, you have a brand, you are a business owner, please know that we still have the option for us to mention your business, your community, whatever you have going on, your social media pages during the lives. Right now, we have a formula set up for each subscriber that we have. It's a certain rate, and that's how we get the price for it. So right now, it's $21 for us to mention your business, your name, your deals, whatever you have going on during our episode. So if you have anything that you want to share with our audience, remember our audience is for leaders and small business owners. Anybody that is looking to break the cycle of overwhelm and be the wow, that's who our target audience is. All right. A lot of the folks that are on my client list or have been on my client list at some point, they are watching these replays because they're on my newsletter list. All right. So Those are a bunch of leaders. So if you have a service or you want those type of individuals following you on social media, or if you know for a fact that part of those groups of leaders are specific to your industry and you have a brand or business and you want us to shout you out, please go over to the website or click on the link in the caption of this video so that you can take advantage of that amazing opportunity. As we grow, we want you to grow. All right. So it's a win win for everybody. The price is phenomenal. Phenomenal. Tongue twister, in my opinion. But I understand that as we grow, that price is going to go up. So please make sure that y'all are taking advantage of it right now. Okay. Very good. And I will put in the comments if anybody would like to join the workshop tomorrow. I have one free ticket left, okay? And it's specifically for those that are hosting a training day that's coming up in April. So I kind of got those group of individuals and organizers together in one room instead of having all these separate meetings. I just pulled the plug and said we're just going to host. But I have one ticket left. So if someone would like to grab it and just be in the room to catch the nuggets, please do, okay? Very good. So I'll post that in the chat as well after this live close out. All right, friends, that's it. I don't have anything else. I hope that you all have an amazing day on purpose. Remember, it is Monday. It is a federal holiday. Shout out to MLK. All right. Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Okay. This is a day on and not a day off. So please find a way to give back or show up in your community on today. All right, friends, that's all I got. Y'all have an awesome day. Remember, every moment, every opportunity that you have to wake up, you have two decisions. You can either be a woe or be the wow. I'm choosing to be the wow. How about you? Awesome, friends. We're going to close out this live. Y'all have a great day. We're going to close out this live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bye, friends.